Hello guys, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on where you're watching this video from and when you're watching the video. It's your boy Elzanito, and today, basically what I'm going to be doing today is I'm going to be recreating the Black Adam movie poster, and I'm sure a lot of us would have seen the trailer, and we are excited, especially for the DC fans. We're excited for the movie. It's coming out October. Is it October? Yeah, I think so. It's coming out October. Yeah, and I just wanted to I wanted to recreate it and also add a bit of my idea to it. So let's go. This is the poster right here. Yeah, October 21. That's few weeks from now. So this is the official poster, right? I mean, it looks very very amazing. But I just figured there's like I figured there's a way I could actually create something similar to this using their elements and just making it have this kind of significant vibe to it. But yeah, so the idea is instead of this lightning separating Black Adam from the other superheroes, right? Instead of the lightning, we could actually use the the shape of the A that looks like lightning, to demarcate it and just add those effects and stuff. So basically, that's what I'm going to be doing, and hopefully, let's say it turns out. Hopefully, it turns out well. So yeah, let's go to our Photoshop and we'll create a new file. So pixels, I'm going to work with 3000 pixels for the width. For the height, because it's a landscape poster, we're going to work with let's say 3600. And for the resolution, let's work with 300, just to have this very sharp image. Then for our background, I'm just going to work with black. What is this? Yeah, anyways, don't color manage. All right, so I'm going to create that, and we have this file here. Our canvas is set, and yeah, I've taken the liberty to download several stuffs that I might need. So the first is the logo itself. That's the Black Adam logo itself in different versions. Then an image of the Rock as Black Adam. This one is not part of it. I mean, I just downloaded it for just fun. Then another image. This is the official full view of Black Adam from DC. Then the other superheroes, Atom and the rest. So yeah, I love this Dr. Fate character, like this particular image. This is not the official image. This is a fan-made image, but I just love it. So I'm going to also include it in the design. Then also, I just love this. I mean, the way this the helmet of Dr. Fate looks very very amazing. So yeah, then the lightning, and that's basically all. And if we need any other stuff, we definitely use our internet to search for it and stuff. Yeah. All right. Are we ready? Are we ready? Let me just plug my phone in. All right. So the first thing I want to do is just get an image of. If you look at this particular character, this particular poster, right? The poster has this demarcation between light and dark, separated. So we're going to get an image of like a fantasy background, then an image of a dark fantasy background, just like that. So to do that, we're going to go to, let's work with pixels this time. I'm always using Unsplash, but this time I would love to work with pixels. Fantasy background or fantasy sky, whichever one it is. Okay, this looks nice. This looks nice. So I'm going to download this 5 MB. Then also I'm going to look for let me see if I can still download one more before I look for the black part. I'm going to be as fast as possible. So so we don't spend so much time on this tutorial video. Alright, so let me just download this one more. Then dark background. So let's look for a dark background to use. Okay, I like this. And which other one? Okay, so okay, let me just work with this. Most of them I'm going to like blur them out and stuff. Those are not really the emphasis, right? So but yeah, it's just how it is. So these images, let's bring them into Black Adam. Now the first image, the black, let's bring in one. So yeah, so I'm working with this image, just rasterize, because I'm not like, I just want to work with it. I'm not planning to like change it later. So let's call this BG1. We are going to blur it, add Gaussian blur, you know, the usual. Yeah, something like this. Then we are going to bring in the bright background. So we can either use this or this, but I think we should use a different tone. So this particular one will work. So this as well. We rasterize. Let's call it BG2. Now that we have these two background, right? To demarcate them, we will not really do much of, like, we're not going to probably use marks or stuff. We're going to be using that particular lightning elements I spoke about. So first off, let's open this document on a separate layer, on a separate file, I mean. So this particular document, this is what we want to use, right? This Black Adam, this A, you can see this particular character, this stuff here. Yeah, that's what we want to use. So what I'm going to use, I'm going to take my polygonal lasso tool and just select the part that I need, which is the thunderbolt. Is it thunderbolts now? Yeah, the thunderbolts or lightning bolts part. As you said, it is not lightning bolt, it is thunderbolts. So yeah. Anyways, so it's not like I'm not going to pick the full A design. It's just that particular part that looks exactly just this part. You know, just walk around it. So that's the idea. Now I don't know how it will come out, right, because I've not tested it before, but we're just going along with the flow and checking out how effective or how nice it would look. So yeah, it's something like this. We're going to just drag it in and make it large, this. So this is the idea. Yeah, so that's basically the idea I have, right? So on the poster, instead of being, you know, just instead of that lightning, the thunder or the lightning effect, the marketing the two, you know, we can just have that vibe. So yeah, this is the idea I have, right? And let's see how it turns out. So the first thing is, let's change this. Let's call this thunderbolts. Right now, what we can then do is select your second background, then create the new layer mask, this particular one here, then take your brush, ensure your layer is on black, then take your brush, then ensure it is 100% opacity, then brush across just like this. so we can, separate that. Just brush across just like that. All right. So now we have light and dark. Now we want to apply Gaussian blur, the same effect Gaussian blur to this other one as well. So yeah, we have something like this. Now we are not done, right? I mean, we have not even started, but I think you get the idea now. It's not just going to be the lightning bolt, but don't let me talk too much. So yeah, the next thing is to then apply those some effect on the light and stuff, so it doesn't just look plain and bland. So what we're going to do is bring in the lightning and test it. I'm just going to test how it works and see if it's something I can work with. So let's just reduce this, transform, reduce. So I'm going to place this all around, but first I need to rasterize and call it lightning. So lightning. Now you can see that this lightning is like white, then a little bit of orange in. But I think I'm just probably later going to like change it to orange because I just love that orange feel. Like is it Captain Marvel? No, is it Captain Marvel or Thor? But anyways, let's just place it around just like that. Just like that. So just place it across, Now let's save our work to avoid stories that touch. Black Adam poster. My transform control is on, but it's not showing. I wonder why. Alright, so let me just close this, then reopen. I want to see what's happening. So this is the second one, right? Okay. Alright, it's back. I think I need to I don't know, rework my system or something. So anyways, just play around this, place it whichever way you want to place it. We're still going to add light effect and all, but so let's just assume we are partially done with this. We can bring in, there's this layer, there's this element I use a lot. This light element here, can bring that in, then properly arrange that. That, use it, just when you place it, let's just rasterize, then you would use your blending option, you use your screen. Just like so. At the end of the day, if we are still not feeling it, I mean, you can easily just drop it, but yeah, we're just testing out stuff. Ctrl J. So let's apply lights. We're going to apply lights to that side. So create a new layer, lights. then select the color. Let's make it lighter. Take your brush and brush where you would want to add lights to. Just like so. This one would not have light because I mean it's in a dark place. But yeah, this would have light. So that light you apply overlay, or soft light, anyone. So then create another layer, call it shadow, then switch this to black, then you can apply shadow on this just like so. Then overlay or soft lights, whichever one works for you. So yeah, okay, it's looking like this lightning are more of a disturbance or something. You know what, let's take away the lightning for now. Let's just take it away for now, just so we're not looking, so it's not looking crazy. Yeah, let's take it away for now. Later we can apply the lightning and stuff. But for now, let's just focus on building the scene and and the likes. Just let's build the scene. Let's build everything that needs to be built. Properly arrange your light glows so that they are not coming out where they are not supposed to come out. Stuff like that. And you can see this effect here that is showing. You can just create layer marks and just brush out those parts that you want to take away. Yeah, just like that, as well as this. Where's this particular one? Yeah, this one. You can create layer marks, just brush just like that. All right, so I mean it's looking okay. I mean there's still a long way to go, but we're getting there. So yeah, that's the demarcation I'm talking about, and we're sticking to add some effects, but let's just add the characters. So first we're starting with the main guy, the man himself, Black Adam. So for Black Adam, I'm still thinking of either using this or this. So but let me zoom in. No, I'm not feeling this. That one looks childish. This one looks dangerous. I could not get a high quality image, so we're going to make do with what we have. Or I think I have this one here. Let me see this one. This looks nice. This looks nice. So what we're going to do is we're going to save it because it's a web image. So we're going to open it on Paint. That's how I convert my web image. So web image, I just convert it by opening it on Paint, then save as what's it called, PNG or JPEG, whatever. So save as, let's save as PNG to retain the quality. All right. Yep. Okay, let's delete this one. So we have this 1.5 MB. So open as, yeah. Now what I want to do now is select Black Adam, the Rock. So to do that, I just use my quick selection tool and just select across just like that. Then later I can start doing other form of selection. But yeah, basically that's what I'm going to use. Then I'll take my polygonal lasso tool and just select those parts, remove those parts that needs to be removed, then add those parts. All right, so we're back. Okay, so as I was saying, we just select the part that we need to select, and remove the part that needs to be removed. So yeah, I'm not going to spend so much time on this. I just want to. I mean, thank God he doesn't have hair. It would have been very hard to start picking his hair in the midst of this poor image. So, alright, so yeah, an amazing godlike body. Let's deselect this area as well. And this area as well. Okay. So now that we have this, just Ctrl J to have it stand out like this. Then we bring it into the design. Then what we want to do is, enlarge it. Just enlarge, just like this, just like so, and bring it down behind this. Yeah. So after bringing it down, I think we need to properly like place it well. That's hold down Alt, properly place it just like this. Yeah. So just like this. Yeah. Let's look at. I don't want his hair to cover the old stuff, but it looks nice covering the old stuff, right? Or I want his bald head to show. It's part of his signature. So yeah, at the end of the day, we're going to work with this, right? We're going to work with this. Yeah. So you can see that although it is behind the particular that lightning bolt, but it's still showing on this particular one. So what you want to do then is on this layer called Black Adam, just create a layer mask and just paint out those parts that you don't want. Take a brush, increase the size and paint out or brush out those parts you don't want to show. Yeah, something like that. Then ensure that other parts are not brushed out. So you see that this part still needs some working on. So but what we're going to do is we're going to like add flares and stuff, or dark shade. So to do that, we just create a new layer, call it dark shade, right? So it's going to be above the rock or below the thunderbolt. Let's just zoom out a little bit. Then take your brush, ensure it's some black, then just just like that. Exactly. So we are going to also apply to this side as well, because since that side is black, it does to affect. Anyways, so we have this, and we're going to just like this. Yeah. All right. So now that we have this, we have the rock looking like a menace, but it's a bit. It's not. The color is not showing, so we're going to add vibrance. Clip it to that's the Black Adam image. So let's increase the vibrance. Increase the saturation don't need to be increased. So what we're going to do is we're going to add brightness and contrast as well. Increase the contrast. Slightly reduce the brightness, just slightly. Alright, so I can work with this. Yeah, I can work with this. Okay. So the next thing we want to do is, before we start the major editing and stuff, we're going to start introducing the characters one after the other. So starting from the first person. So who do we want to go first? Is it Atom Smasher or Hawkman? Excuse me, please. Is it Atom Smasher, Ockman, Dr. Fitz? I am not sure all of them. So we are going to just work with what we have. So the first person we're going to use based on this poster is Atom Smasher. So we're going to open. Okay, let's just close all these ones. Let's close this as well. So now to select, if you're using the newer version of Photoshop, there's a way to select easily a particular subject in like a very very jokey scene or a jokey image. So what you can do is come down to your where is it? Where's my tool? Your object selection tool. Below the polygonal lasso tool, you see a tool that has object selection, quick selection, magic wand. Your object selection tool, when you come down to it, now when you click on your object selection, you will see lasso or rectangle. What you want to choose is lasso. So what it does is you just use that lasso tool to trace out the particular part that needs to be selected, or just wave, like just move your, you can see, just move your mouse across the part that needs to be selected and just click on it, and you wait for AI to do its thing. Third, the element, and it did a pretty good job. I mean, it's not perfect, right? You still have to do one or two things, and that's because the image itself is not a high definition image. There are a lot of stuff going on in the background, but yeah, I mean, it did a wonderful job. Well, I don't think I want to use that again because it took too much time. But if you are going to also equate it to the number of minutes or seconds you spend selecting an image, it's almost the same. So you might just have to stick with it. So anyways, this is what we have, and we just Ctrl J to have this separated from and we bring it up. And what do we call him? Atom Smasher. And as usual, because his superpower is to grow big, we're going to make him big. So there's one thing we need to do as well. We have to bring in this particular shade up without affecting the thunderbolt. And to do that, you just hold down Control and click on the thunderbolt. Excuse me. Just give me a moment, please. Yeah. Alright, so as I was saying, you hold down Control. Just give me a moment. Alright, so you hold down Control and click on the thunderbolt. So what it does is it's automatically makes a selection of the thunderbolt. And when you click on the shade, that's the dark shade that we just painted, just click on layer mask. Go to selection, inverse it, then click on layer mask. So what it does is it takes away the selection of the thunderbolt from the shade. So the shade does not affect the thunderbolt, it only affects every other thing. And that's what we are actually looking for. So now we have Thunder Smasher. You can see that if I take him up, wherever it is, that stuff is affecting him as well. So yeah, we have him there, just up there. Then the next person we are going to, let's make him smaller. I mean, he's taking a lot of space. The next person we are going to introduce, one of my favorite character, Dr. Fate, just like Marvel's Doctor Strange. So yeah, let's bring him in. Where is he? So this is Dr. Fates here, but I don't want to use this particular Dr. Fate. I want to use this one. This one is very. This is just too casual. Doesn't have that cinematic feel. So I'm going to use this particular one. Right. Yeah, this particular one. So as usual, we just come to our object selection, then just move your mouse across to select, or if you don't want to do that, just go to object selection, and when your lasso tool is selected, just start, just draw out the shape of your element that you want to like pick. So when you draw it out, automatically selects it for you, and this is like a faster way compared to you just like scrolling and just clicking. I mean, it has been selected. Let's zoom in and just make the necessary adjustments. It's just like that book that Doctor Strange used in Multiverse of Madness. It's a book of Bashanti or something. I've forgotten the name. That book that turned Scarlet Witch to a crazy woman. So yeah, let's see. Okay, we have this part that should be selected. This part also should be selected. Just ensure you go through your selection and add those that need to be added, those things that need to be added, and remove all that needs to be removed. And try to zoom in once in a while to just properly see what I'm talking about. Alright, so I'm just going to probably when I'm editing this video, I'll just have to like fast forward it, or I'll to fast forward this, to save time. Alright, so yeah, we have this, and as usual, Ctrl J, we have it separated, and we will drag this in, and yeah, we have this amazing okay. I don't think I like this effect that this stuff is giving me. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just delete the layer mask. Then probably later I can start adding that what's it called? Or what I can do is I can just brush it out. No, let's not brush that. What we're going to do, we're going to figure out a way to like walk around it. Yeah. we'll figure out a way to rock around. But for the meantime, let's just bring it down here. Then let's create another version and take it up. For this version, we would paint out this part. Yeah, I think that will work. Right, so okay. So yeah, we have Dr. Fate. We're going to bring him somewhere here, slightly just like this. Then Atom's matcher can go up. We're still going to cut off some part of his body. All these parts would not show. So I think to do that, we can just apply that now and just let's reduce the opacity so that we can, yeah, something like this. All right. Now that we have that, we can have, what's it called? Who's the next person? On our poster, the next person is it, no. Do I want to use Oakman? Okay, I have just two more. Okay, I think that can work. Just two more Oakman on this lady. Alright, so where is Oakman? Yeah, this is Oakman. So I'm going to use this. Yeah, I'm going to use this. So as usual, object selection. Loading is trying to find the object. Now that it has figured it out, so we click on it and we wait. Giving out the time to like select or pick each image from their respective images. No, their respective image, something like that. Anyways, I've been able to quickly work on that. Do the proper selection and just pick them out to avoid any form of delay. So I'm going to bring this at the back of Dr. Fate. No. It should be in front. Okay. Okay, there's no cyclone, so it's Isis and Ockman. Ockman. We'll have Ockman here, just slightly around like this. Then we are going to bring Isis we're going to bring this. I'm not sure this is Isis, but we're just going to bring that. Yeah, exactly. So yeah, we have the characters ready, and let's properly arrange them again. Let's properly place them, yeah, just like this. So when we zoom out, you can see, I think we need to bring Black Adam slightly here so that the design can be symmetrically balanced. So this is Black Adam with his old stuff. Just bring him here and increase this stuff here. Yeah, just like this. So yeah, you can see that this is the concept we went for, but we added our idea, our own vibe, mostly we even changed most of the characters. We didn't even use, every character was changed. So yeah, So yeah, uh, that is that. And then the next thing we want to do is, first let me rename this layer of, let me just call Isis. I'm not sure she's one, but let me just call Isis. If she's one, that means it's not, like the costume is not comically accurate. But yeah, I mean, it's movie, so yeah, this is what we are looking at the moment. You can see on this side here we have this kind of black stuff going on there, and we don't want that. So we're just going to cut through, just delete. All right, now it looks clear. So the next thing we want to do is to add the light, the whole flare lights, everything going on there, and just play around it. So I'll do my best to like create one based on this character, and just play around certain things. But first, now because the thunderbolt is in the middle, the thunderbolt is going to affect this part of their body, while this place will be dark. So each person will have light across here. Same with what's it called, Black Adam is going to have lights across here, and if possible, just form of like cinematic view and stuff. So again, we're going to go to our downloads and bring this in so it stays around here, and light glow. Okay, this light glow, go to screen, although if we use color dodge it's too, so just use screen. Shouldn't be too much, so it doesn't look unreal, kind of. Most especially it should be at the back as well, so Ctrl J, to the back. Yeah, something like this. Alright, so that's one. Let's just turn off all this. Then the next thing we want to bring in is, let me bring in this. I love this effect, so I love using it in cinematic stuff that I create. So just going to bring this in. I'm just going to place them in multiple places. So color dodge. So Ctrl J, then bring it in front. Somewhere around like this. Then also bring it just in front like this. Yeah, like so. So having done that, what we want to do then is to add lights to each of them. So let's start with the first person. Just create a new layer, call it lights, clip it to it, then change this color to the color of the thunderbolts. Then go to work. Just paint out the part that definitely the light will show. I would have used white, but because the thunderbolt is not white, but so yeah, something like this. Then we apply overlay. When you turn it off, you can see the difference. Then same thing, you apply shadow because she's in front of someone. So let's just turn this to black. So that shadow would be at this side, yeah, just like something like this. So just place it somewhere like this. Yeah, then we use soft lights. Okay. So because of the quality of the image, I mean, you just have to work with what we have. So, but yeah, doesn't mean we shouldn't give it our best shot. So also, Hawkman, the lights, clip it, and take your brush and brush through. Let's just brush through. At this point, I think I will just work with white. Brush through just like this. But because someone is in front of him, there will be a dark shade around here, so it won't have so much light going on. So just somewhere, something like this. Then, as usual, overlay. Then create another layer, call it dark or shadow, whatever. Then choose your black fill and just paint those parts that you know that would have black. These parts. Alright, so having done that, come to your soft lights, then so when you zoom out, you can see the difference. You can also see the difference in the lights. The lights can be reduced slightly. Yeah. So the next person is Dr. Fates. The lights first, clip it. So just rushing through all this bump. So the lights would be showing on this book just like this. It's going to be just like this. No, not like this, but just something like this. Then you have the lights. Some it's not going to be here. It's just around here. So at the end of the day, there's still a form of shade around. So now that we have that light, we can put the dark parts, dark shade. And for the dark shade, just paint those parts that will definitely be black. That because of what they have in front of them or at the back. That way, just paint those parts that that will be black based on your understanding of light and shadow. So, soft lights for dark. Yeah, and we can just reduce the fill slightly. Alright, so let's see if you can see the difference. Turn it off and on and off and on. Yeah. And lastly, Atom Sub Smasher. Lights. It's just this one won't have so much light because it's at the top. I know. I said probably put light here. So yeah, overlay. And for the shadow, So yeah, all right. Yeah, so we're thinking of putting this, yeah, this light thing. We're thinking of adding more light to the to this part here. I mean, you can put a ruler. You can. I mean, you can properly show the lines if you want, but I'll just delete it. Okay. So the next thing we want to do is add that same effect we did for others to Black Adam. So create lights, and it's going to be let's make it pure white. And overlay. If we use soft light, how does it look like? Okay, soft light works as well. So we work with soft light. So yeah, I mean it's looking pretty okay to some extent. Now, what we want to do is we're going to blur out those edges. You can see the edges I'm talking about. We'll just blur them out. So take your blur tool, ensure the strength is probably 180, just something very strong. Then select your image, then just blur out. We want it to properly blend with the background. If it blends with the background, it's not, as in, it makes it very easy to look real, like it looks realistic kind of, than just a pasted image. And if you watch my previous videos, I've explained severally why it's always important to blur out the edges of your background when you're walking. Okay, so yeah, now that we have this, there are other things we can add, but I won't be doing so much. There's a particular effect I want to add, right? But that effect is on another design, so I'm going to go and look for that design. It's on a particular design I worked on called the Greek mythology series. So I'm going to bring in that design. So I think I used it on Medusa. So I'm going to open it. Okay. So this is the design. So this particular light, this light lightning effect is what I want at the beginning. That one was not looking real, so I'm going to use this one. So I'll just pick it. Okay, pick it, then drag into my file and let it land in. So this is it here. So this is the one we can then use on those this looks more realistic, if you understand what I'm talking about. Like, it looks more like a superhero vibe than, yeah, exactly. So then we can then place them according to how we want it to be placed. So for those that might not be showing well, we just bring them up here, just play around it. There's no limitation. Be at the back of atom. Yeah, so you can see the vibe. Like, it's far better than the previous one. So that's the one we are going to use, and still working on that. Let's just bring one up here that's that is for Lakadam himself. Ctrl J. We are going to flip it horizontally, so it can come to the other side, and we bring it to the other side as well. See some bitty stuff. Oh shit! Excuse me. The hardness is on 100. Let's just make it 0, so that it can properly brush out some part that we don't want. So yeah, I mean, do I want to have this? No. So let's remove that, because it's not tall. So it's tall that have lightning coming out. It's not tall. But what we can do is we can bring in I don't know, some other things, like this glow in her eyes. I like this glow in her eyes. So I think his eyes also glows. So let's bring that in. But we have to properly do it so that it doesn't look like so it doesn't look like something else. So I'm going to test this out to see how it turns out. If it's something I want, good. If it's not, bad. I think it's too what's it called? It's too glow. It's too glow. I don't want it. So at the end of the day, you just have to test out things and see which one works for you. And if it doesn't work, you just have to move along. You understand? So what I'm going to do is I still need to work on this. I don't like the feel of this background. That's this one at the back of um, Black Adam. It looks too like, look at this one. Look at this. This looks kind of bright. I mean, to some extent. So let me see what I can do to this. So I can either add hue and saturation and just play around the color. Okay, yeah. Okay, this looks better. All right, so we have the official poster for Black Adam. Let's turn this off. So the next thing is we're going to bring in we're going to bring in our main design, which is this. So just drag it in, bring it up here. The top, several layers of work. That's the rise. So this is it. Then we reduce the size, as usual. Bring it down as usual. Black Adam. I think we can shift these other guys up. So how do we do that? Let's select from here down to Atom Smasher. So we just call them other guys, or the other guys. So just properly lift them up just like so. Alright, so Black Adam file can then move slightly up and slightly bigger. Then we might have to add to this. You can see that the legs are showing. I don't want the legs to show, so let's add to it. Yeah, exactly, something like that. All right, so yeah, we went from this to this. I mean, this other poster still looks cool to me, to be honest, but I just love the fact that we're able to come out with a different dimension. So I can see that, and on this poster there's this kind of star effect going on here, and I want to replicate that as well. So I'm going to do that. So let's go to star texture. So we want to get a star texture, just, oh no, let's just say star background, not texture. Yeah, something like this. Let's download this. So what we're going to do is we're just going to blend it into the background. Excuse me. Just blend it into the background. Let's just paste it somewhere here. Let's see what we can make do with this. So okay, then create layer marks and just paint across those parts you don't want to show. Just paint across like that, and just drag. Then you can then bring it behind this. reduce the fill. Yeah, something like this. You can increase the opacity slightly, reduce the fill again. Yeah, just something like this. So this particular logo is not coming out well, so I'm going to add a bit of brightness to it, so it comes out well then. All right, so yeah, we have this, and to wrap it up. Okay, you know what? Instead of wrapping it up, let's replicate this particular star effect. So let's bring it to this particular side as well. That's behind the rock. Because I feel we should also have that vibe. Should have that vibe going on even more. Yeah, something like that. Alright, so this is where we are going to stop. And to finalize it, we just add our usual, let's add in a bit of curves, just slightly, make it, no, it's too much. So we are going to reduce the opacity. So, all right. Then we are going to bring in a color lookup. I love using color lookup a lot because it just gives this, I don't know, you can see it just changes the whole stuff entirely. I like this. It is true. Yeah, I like this. It brings out the color. So what we can do is reduce it slightly. Alright, then we can select the first layer, scroll all the way down to the last layer, Control Shift Alt E, so that everything can be merged into a single image. Then you open your filter, your camera raw filter, and we're almost done. Now, this is your camera raw filter, and then the next thing you want to do is just play around the effects. You can, reduce the exposure. You should definitely reduce the contrast because you still want to add in some other things like the highlights. Can increase the shadow, reduce the white. Then if you want, you can increase the texture so that it gives it this kind of crisp and high definition vibe. But left to me, I'll just reduce it slightly. Don't want it to have too much color going on. So I'm just going to stick with this. Alright. Then the next thing I want to do is what other thing do I want to add? So I'm not going to do so much. I'm just going to add a few things. Reduce the noise. There's a lot of color noise as well, so let's just reduce it slightly. Okay, so this is where I'm going to stop. This is the before, and you will see the after. You can see the after. It looks more real. So guys, welcome to the end of this tutorial video. If you like this tutorial, please give me a like, subscribe, and comment. And if you have a particular design you would love us to work on, you can go to Pinterest and just check out for ideas, and anyone that you would love us to just replicate or come up with and stuff, you can just send it to me via my Instagram handle or even to my mail and stuff, and we'll look at it together. So yeah, this is the end of the tutorial video. Thank you for joining me. See you next time.